united in purpose and duty. Grant us discernment and integrity in all our deliberations, that we may carry out our responsibilities with fairness, prudence, and transparency. Guide our minds, our hands, and our hearts, so that our work may uphold the principles of honest, peaceful, and credible elections. May our efforts reflect our commitment to public service and the trust placed in us by the Filipino people.
For the roll call, may I call on Attorney JR?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Present in today's procurement activity of the SBAC-BSKE are the following members of the SBAC-BSKE. We have, in person, Director Ephraim Q. Bagid, Chairman, and joining us virtually via MS Teams are attorneys LJM Bernardo and attorney Bethel D. Yam. From the Secretariat, here today are the following: Director Glenis Tamundong, Secretariat Head; Attorney Francis Benedict Riototar, Vice Head; yours truly, Attorney JR, Vice Head; Ms. Marian Ada Cruz; Ms. Marichu Dumaliang; Ms. Cheryl Santos; Mr. Kenneth Columna; Mr. Dominic Lopez; Mr. Elmerson Peralta; Ms. Gretel Marie Monroy; Mr. Linmar Di Catanongan; Mr. Dominic De Quiros; Ms. Rosel Ventura; and Ms. Desiree Tibigar. For the technical working group forms, we have in attendance this morning Attorney Mabel Tonyaen, Vice Head; Mr. Jerry De La Isla; Mr. Joshua Angel Dumundon; Ms. Maria Luisa Boncia; Ms. Onelia Mirania; Ms. Redeth Alejo; and Mr. Antonio Garcia. From the technical working group for supplies, we have here today Attorney Jennifer Felipe, Head; Attorney Rainier Mark Lordeliza, Vice Head; Ms. Claudia Suliman; Attorney Victoria Candeja Vicinio; Ms. Lovely Perida; Ms. Shalma Borowa, and Ms. Cynthia Ripancol. The bidders present here today are the following: Ian Jimino from PB Junicio and Company Incorporated; Hazel Farolan, also from PB Junicio; Salvador Bacay from Trimega Business International Incorporated; Laarni De La Cruz from Velprint Corporation; Teresita Villamejor and Abigail Mejia from New World Printing. We also have Mr. Roderick Nepomuceno from Mind Printing and A. Alvarez from Metro Paper Converter Philippines Corporation. Also here today is Juliet Villena from AP Printing and Packaging Incorporated, Ms. Shirley Junicio from Top Best Printing Corporation, Luz B. Sulit and Julie A. Pedobelio from Printwell. And from our end users and observers, we have here today Ms. Bea Benito, Ms. Laika Austria, Mr. Angelo Peralta, and Aljomar Tedraros. The other participants present in this morning's procurement activity are the following. We have Mr. Peter Madlos, Adelaida Clemente, Solomon Givero, Mark Paul Salayo, Edison Rosario, Jimbo Bagon, and Gil Heraldine. That's all, Mr. Chair.
We shall proceed with the conference rules of an event.
Here are the conference rules for this pre-bid activity. 1. This pre-bid conference is open to all interested parties. 2. Questions will only be entertained after the presentation of the SBAC chairperson and the secretariat and during the program. Questions must be brief, concise, specific, and relevant to the bidding at hand. All questions must be addressed to the SBAC chairperson. 3. Participants may raise their hand whenever the SBAC chairperson asks for those who want to raise clarifications or suggestions anytime during the presentation. Once acknowledged, bidder can ask questions or clarifications or give suggestions. 4. All questions, requests, and clarifications shall be put into writing, addressed to the SBAC chairperson, and submitted through the SBAC secretariat. We are providing a query form for this purpose. Simply fill out the form and indicate therein the question you asked during the open forum or your request for clarification, and submit them at the end of the activity. 5. Observe order during the proceedings. Any act or utterance which would interrupt or disturb the proceedings shall not be tolerated. Please mute your phones to avoid unnecessary noise. 6. And finally, maintain cleanliness of the conference room at all times. Here are the conference.
With the permission of the chair, may I request Ms. Yang to please present the project brief.
Before we proceed, can we have 1 minute recess?
₱861. For the general instructions, for BET and BBOC, the quantity is 663,000 copies with an ABC per unit of 30 pesos, or a total ABC of 19,918,710 pesos. For various forms and envelopes, for lot number 1, it consists of SEF number 3 or the poster indicating precinct number with a total quantity of 221,319 pieces, ABC per unit of 4 pesos and 75 centavos, a total ABC of 1,051,265 pesos and 25 centavos. For SEF number 5 and 5A, or the appointment of chairman, poll clerk, members of BET, the quantity is 1,968,606 pieces, or an ABC per unit of 4 pesos and 58 centavos, total ABC 15 pesos. The total ABC for lot 1 is 10,067,480 pesos and 25 centavos. For lot number 2, SEF number 12, paper seals, quantity is 7,928,865 pieces, ABC per unit 650 pesos. Total ABC for lot number 2 is 51,527,622 pesos and 50 centavos. For lot number 3, envelopes for official ballots for BSKE. For envelopes for barangay official ballots, counted official ballots, excess marks, torn half of unused official ballots, other torn unused ballots for barangay elections. The quantity is 236,393 sets. ABC per unit is 106 pesos and 75 centavos, or a total ABC of 25,234,952 pesos and 75 centavos. For the envelopes for barangay, this is for SK. Official ballots, counted official ballots, excess mark, small torn half of unused official ballots, other torn unused ballots for SK elections. The quantity is 221,235 sets. ABC per unit, 106 pesos and 08 centavos. Total ABC is 23,438,608 pesos and 80 centavos. Total ABC for lot number 3 is 48,673,561 pesos and 55 centavos. For lot number 4, SEF number 18 and 18-A, that's for envelopes for minutes of voting and counting of votes. The quantity is 221,319 sets. ABC per unit is 33 pesos and 17 centavos. Total ABC is 7,341,151 pesos and 23 centavos. For SEF number 19 and 19-A, envelopes for key of ballot box, quantity 221,319 sets, ABC per unit 6 pesos and 58 centavos. Total ABC is 1,456,278 pesos and 02 centavos. The total ABC for lot number 4 is 8,797,430 pesos and 25 centavos. For lot number 5, SEF number 17H, Barangay to 17K is the envelope for election returns for barangay elections. Quantity is 221,319 sets, or a total, the ABC per unit is 66 pesos and 50 centavos. Total ABC 17,717,713 pesos and 50 centavos. For SEF number 17HSK to 17JSK, envelope for election returns for SK elections, quantity 221,235 sets, ABC per unit 44 pesos and 58 centavos. Total ABC 9,862 pesos, 9,862,656 pesos and 30 centavos. And then for SEF number 17L, or envelopes for canvas election returns, 45,000 pieces, ABC per unit 17 pesos and 42 centavos. Total ABC 783,900 pesos. The total EPC for lot number 5 is 25,365,216 pesos and 80 centavos. The grand total EPC for lots number 1 to 5 is 144,430,364 pesos and 35 centavos. The SBAC-BSKE received the approved purchase request for tally boards, general instructions, envelopes for BSKE, envelopes for minutes of voting and counting of votes, and envelope for key of ballot box, envelope for election returns, poster indicating precinct number, and appointment of chairman, clerk, members of EB, and paper seal last May 21, 2025. The procurement conference was conducted last May 30, 2025 at 10 a.m. at the training room 2, 4th floor, Palacio del Gobernador, Intramuros, Manila. The SBAC-BSKE posted the invitation to bid on June 11, 2025 at the PhilJets and Comelec websites, also at the Comelec LED TV information wall at the ground floor, 5th, 7th, and 8th floors, and SBAC information bulletin board at the 3rd floor of Femi Building, Annex, Intramuros, Manila. The opening of bids for the 3 projects is on June 30, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. here at 4th floor Palacio del Gobernador, Building, Intramuros, Manila. The notices for the scheduled pre-bid and bid opening conference were sent to the following on June 11, 2025. To representative of the Office of the Chairman through the Head Executive Assistant, representatives of the offices of the Commissioners, Project Management Office, Project Control Group and Allocation Committee, Internal Audit Department, Procurement Management Department, Finance Services Department, and Personnel Department. Also, we send invitation to Commissioner on Audit through Honorable Palacio, Supervising Auditor, Office of the Resident Auditor, to Attorney Rona Ann Caritos, Executive Director of Legal Network for Truthful Elections, through Secretary General Mr. Eric Jude O. Alvia of National Citizens Movement for Free Elections, to Mr. Ruben J. Pascual, Secretary General of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and to Ms. Evelyn R. Singson, National Chairperson of Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting. As of today, no bidders purchased bidding documents. That's all, Poster, and thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Yan.
Thank you, Secretariat. But before we proceed further, may I ask if we have a representative from the end user?
The end user, please.
Thank you, sir.
Sir Danny. Yes, Chair, we will be presenting our pre-bid. Okay. It's called pre-bid lecture.
This lecture is prepared by Attorney Francis Benedict P. Rayo, 2TAR, exclusively for use by the Commission on Elections Special Bids and Awards Committee, with the use of written lecture to speech AI.
Welcome to the pre-bid conference for the current project or projects of the Special Bids and Awards Committee, or SBAC. In this short presentation, we are going to learn more about 1. The sealing and marking of bids. 2. The technical and financial documents to be submitted by the bidders. And 3. Other requirements of the project. As the Commission is still in the process of transitioning to the new Government Procurement Act, our procurement processes in the meantime are still covered by the old law. Hence, this presentation is based on the requirements under Republic Act No. 9184 and its implementing rules and regulations. We hope that this lecture will guide you in coming up with a responsive and successful bid. All right, let's start with the sealing and marking of bids. As you may already know, we are adopting a 2-envelope system. Thus, your main envelope submission should contain 2 separate envelopes, namely the technical component envelope and the financial component envelope. The technical component envelope shall contain 1. Your eligibility requirements, also referred to as Class A documents which includes legal documents, technical documents, and financial documents. If applicable, it should also contain Class B documents in case of joint venture. The financial component envelope, meanwhile, shall contain your bid proposal, which consists of an accomplished and signed bid form and a price schedule form. Each bidder shall submit one main or original copy and 3 additional copies of the first and second components of its bid. Here we have an illustration of how the component envelopes and their copies are placed in the main envelope. The technical component documents in 4 copies are placed in the technical component envelope. The financial component documents, also in 4 copies, are placed in the financial component envelopes. The 2 component envelopes are then marked and sealed, and then placed inside the main envelope, which must observe proper marking and sealing. Should there be a discrepancy between the main copy and additional copies, the main copy shall prevail. Unsealed or unmarked bid envelopes shall be rejected. However, bid envelopes that are not properly sealed and marked as required in the bidding documents shall be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. The committee shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid, or for its premature opening. All envelopes shall contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters, bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters, be addressed to the Commonwealth Special Bids and Awards Committee, bear the specific identification of this bidding process indicated in the invitation to bid, and bear a warning, do not open before. The date and time of the opening of bids as indicated in the invitation to bid. And now let us discuss the different documents which must be included in the technical component envelope. First, a valid PhilGEPS registration certification, platinum membership, all pages, in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR of RA number 9184. Pursuant to GPPB Resolution number 15-2021, the bidder shall only submit a valid and updated PhilGEPS certificate of registrations and membership in lieu of Class A eligibility documents for purposes of determining eligibility. Second, a statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Please use Annex A of Section 9 of the bidding forms for this purpose. Here we have a template of Annex A, which you need to fully accomplish and sign. Don't forget to fill out everything that needs to be filled out, and also to sign. Third, a statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC. Please use Annex B of Section 9 of the bidding forms for purposes of your SLCC. Here we have a template of Annex B, which you need to fully accomplish and sign. Don't forget to fill out everything that needs to be filled out, and also to sign. Now please note of the definition of similar contract for purposes of the SLCC, which is indicated in the bidding documents. Please also note of the period within which the similar contract had been completed prior to the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. Please note further that for each lot being bid, the bidder must have completed a single contract that is similar to this project, the value of which, adjusted to current prices using the PSA's CPI, must be at least equivalent to 25% of the ABC of the project. Any of the following must be attached to Annex B as proof of SLCC, end users acceptance, or official receipts, or sales invoices. Let us emphasize that again. Collection receipts cannot substitute for the submission of the official receipt. Only the following are acceptable as documentary proof of SLCC, end users acceptance, or official receipts, or sales invoices. All right, moving on. Fourth, a bid security through a notarized bid securing declaration. per Annex C of Section 9 of the bidding forms. Please do not forget to include the official receipt as well. The amount of bid security will depend on the mode. If it is in cash, cashier's or manager check, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit, it must be equivalent to at least 2% of the total ABC. If it is in the form of a surety bond, it must be equivalent to at least 5% of the total ABC. Here we have a template of Annex C, which you need to fully accomplish and sign. Don't forget to fill out everything that needs to be filled out, and also to sign. Next, conformity with Section 6, Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7, Technical Specifications. You can find these requirements and specifications in the bidding documents. Still another document that needs to be included in the technical component envelope is the original of duly signed and notarized omnibus sworn statement, or OSS, per Annex D of Section 9 of the bidding forms, and AA, in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative. Original of duly signed and notarized secretary's certificate, Board T partnership resolution, or special power of attorney, whichever is applicable. Or B, in case of joint venture, original of duly signed and notarized special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. Or C, in case of sole proprietorship, original of duly signed and notarized special power of attorney, giving full power and authority to its authorized representative to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents under the technical component envelope, we are also requiring the net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, computation per Annex E of Section 9 of the bidding forms. However, in lieu of the NFCC computation, the bidder may instead opt to submit a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank per Annex E, 1 of Section 9 of the bidding forms. The committed line of credit granted to the bidder by the bank in such case must be equivalent to at least 10% of the total ABC of all the lots being bid. Now, in case the bidder is a joint venture, Class B documents must also be submitted. If applicable, the original of duly signed and notarized joint venture agreement, or JVA, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or original of duly signed and notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners, stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful per Annex F of Section 9 of the bidding forms. Please note that each partner of the JV shall submit their respective PhilJEPS certificates of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the revised IRR of RA number 9184. The submission of technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible for submitting the NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all its ongoing contracts and its audited financial statements, as indicated in Annex A of PhilJEPS Registration Certificate Platinum Membership, shall be used for computation of the NFCC. And now for the next envelope, which is the financial component envelope. The following documents must be included. First, for each lot being bid, you must submit a duly signed and accomplished financial bid form per Annex G of Section 9 of the bidding forms. Second, a price schedule. For each lot being bid, please use either Annex G1, which is the price schedule offered from abroad, or Annex G2, which is the price schedule offered from within the Philippines, as may be applicable in your case. Just a reminder. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, bill of quantities, shall be considered non-responsive and, thus, automatically disqualified. Where a required item is provided, but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as non-responsive. However, specifying a 0 or a dash for the said item would mean that it is being offered for free to the government. In short, do not leave any item in blank. Use 0 or dash if item is free or has no cost. Finally, as for the post-qualification requirements, the lowest calculated bidder shall be required to submit to the committee within a non-extendable period of 5 days from the opening of bids all the documents and samples indicated to be submitted in the bidding documents. And there you go. We wish you nothing but the best in your participation in our bidding processes. This lecture is prepared by Attorney Francis Benedict P. Rayo Tutar, exclusively for use by the Commission on Election Special Bids and Awards Committee, with the use of written lecture-to-speech AI.
This lecture is for
Chair, we will be presenting the technical specifications first for the plan board. And after that, we will be opening the floor for any questions, especially coming from our bidders.
Kindly proceed, Secretariat. Please.
Contracts similar to the project shall be printing, supply, or delivery of forms or other printed paper materials. The similar contract must be completed within 7 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Here are the technical specifications for the project. For item number 1, CEF number 10-BGY, tally board for Barangay. 1, craft paper, one side white, one side brown. Second dimension of 9, 4.40 millimeters times 1219.20 millimeters, plus or minus 5 millimeters on both directions. 3, weight of 150 grams per square meter, minimum. Fourth printing of one side printing on white surface black ink. 5, one set consists of 3 pages. 6, packaging of 250 sets per bundle. For item number 2, CEF number 10-SK, tally board for SK elections. 1, craft paper, one side white, one side brown. Second dimension of 914.40 millimeters times 1219.20 millimeters, plus or minus 5 millimeters on both directions. 3, weight of 150 grams per square meter, minimum. Fourth printing of one side printing on white surface black ink. 5, one set consists of 3 pages. 6, packaging of 250 sets per bundle. The delivery period shall be within 45 calendar days from receipt of notice to proceed. The delivery site shall be at the COMELEC designated warehouse in Laguna. And for the post-qualification requirements, the samples to be submitted shall be 5 sets EHH of the items for evaluation and testing purposes. A plant visit by the TWG shall also be required.
So that is the technical specifications for our tally boards, both for the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. Now we are now opening the floor for any clarifications, especially from our prospective bidders. Any comment, any suggestion? Yes, ma'am, kindly use the microphone, identify your name, the company that you represent, and the position, and your position in that particular company. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Luz Sulit of Bigler Incorporated. Carrier board po. Kasi ang craft paper po is brown lang siya. So yung name po ng papel is carrier board. Apa.
Is that
Apo, ang crack po kasi ma'am is brown, kabila ang brown. Apo. Opo. And then ma'am, yung ano po, yung last election po, yung barangay po is 3 pieces. Hindi po siya 3 pages. 3 pieces po yun sa isang. 3 pieces. Hindi po 3 pages. 3 piraso. And then po yung, anong ko lang ma'am yung last time po, yung ating SK is 2 pieces lang po sa isang set. So ngayon po 3 na din po. So, 3 pieces per set. 2 pieces lang po sa isang set. Yung SK, yung last election. Sa SK po, sa barangay po is 3 talaga. Okay. And then, ma'am, yung packaging natin, mabigat po yung 250. 25 pieces per pack po siya ng craft paper.
What do you suggest po?
25 pieces for last election.
25 only?
25 sets per bundle. Per pack po na yun, ma'am, per pack. Kasi malaki po yun ang tapos mabigat.
Okay. Any more, ma'am?
Ma'am, yun lang po. Thank you po.
Okay.
Yes. Representative from the end user. Any comment from the proposal?
Sir, as to the pieces, when we say pieces, ma'am, same po yung lahat, yung content ng per page. So we're referring po dito sa number of pages po. Magkakaiba po ng face per page po yun. Iba po yung print ng page 1, page 2, and page 3. So kaya pages po yun, ma'am. So, but ma'am, we will check on this kung i-confirm po natin ilang pages po talaga for this election. And, yun ma'am, yun yung sa pages. And, yung sa craft po, inaya lang din po namin yan for the last po. Kaya naka-indicate naman po na white siya and brown. And as to the number of packaging, yun po, we will consider it po, ma'am. We will respond na po 25 pieces po.
Yes.
25 sets po per bundle. Per pack.
Kasi binabalot po natin yan ng craft paper, ma'am.
Pero ma'am, yung pages po, iba po yung pages sa pieces. So ang pages po, nire-refer namin, magkakaiba po yung print niya per page. Kaya po pages siya.
Other prospective bidder, may comment doon. Yung sa craft, ang ginamit yung word, carry word, yung ba talaga sa industry?
Opo. Yung craft po, marap. Tapos white.
Carrier word ang tawag.
Carrier hair.
Any comment from the PWG? Are there any comment clarification with this page? Saan meron pa?
The chair is asking if there are other comments, clarifications coming from the other bidders, please.
Member ng BAC, may comment? Question? Okay, we can now proceed, Secretary.
Chair, may I just ask the Secretary if we have distributed the query form?
Contracts similar to the project shall be printing, supply or delivery of forms or other printed paper materials. The similar contract must be completed within 7 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Here are the technical specifications for the project. 1. Newsprint. 2. Minimum 48 GSM. 3. Front cover. 5. Size 8.5 inches times 5.5 inches folded. 6. Black ink. 7. More or less 52 pages. 8. Self-cover, saddled, stitched or stapled. 9. Packaging, 500 copies per bundle. The delivery period shall be within 30 calendar days from receipt of notice to proceed. The delivery site shall be at the Comelec designated warehouse in Laguna. And for the post-qualification requirements, the samples to be submitted shall be 3 items for evaluation and testing purposes. A plant visit by the TWG shall also be required.
This time we are opening the floor for any clarifications, suggestions on the G. Questions, please. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Good morning ulit, Mr. Chair. Gusto din Department of Equipment. Ma'am, yung pong graphics natin, hindi po ba tayo magbibigay ng tolerance? Yung 48 GSM. Minimum po. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, yung size po natin, hindi rin po tayo magbibigay ng tolerance. Apo yung sizes. Kasi nakita ko po lahat ng bidding natin may mga plus minus 2 mm po. Ma'am, yung number of pages po, last election po ma'am, naging 100 pages na po yan, pero nung nag-bidding po tayo, nasa 52 pages. So parang kung mag-52 pages ulit po tayo ngayon ma'am, hindi po apple to apple yung submission po namin ng bid. Yung last election po namin nakaraan lang nitong May, nag-100 to 120 pages po yung ating GI. Magkaiba po ito, sir. So, okay po. So parang naisip ko lang kung baka parehas. So, ang laki po nung naging difference po kasi nung halos kalahati po yung nakarang election. So, 52 plus or minus po yan, sir. More or less number of pages. Thank you, ma'am. And then, ma'am, yung ano po, yung packing po, parang mabigat po masyado yung 500. Baka pwede po natin gawin 200 lang po. Per pack. Yun lang po. Thank you po.
May I seek response from the representative from the end user with respect to the size?
Yes po, we will consider po na maglagay ng tolerance po dun sa size. Doon naman po sa packaging, yes, we will consider it po. We will respond to the memo. And yung pages po, siguro we will consider it po. Putting a range ng number of pages.
TWG. Go ahead, response. Okay, representative from the personnel. Representative from the personnel. So we invited. Okay. Noted. Other question, inquiry, or clarification coming from the other prospective leaders? How about members of the bank?
May we ask them, Chair, if they are comfortable with the delivery period of 30 days from the issuance of the NTP? Are you okay po with
kasi nagpapabalik-balik ko sa mga correction, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we will take note your suggestion or request. We will come up with the final in our
Thank you, sir.
other suggestions.
The last item, which is printing, supply, and delivery of various forms and envelopes.
Contracts similar to the project shall be printing, supply, or delivery of forms or other printed paper materials. The similar contract must be completed within 7 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Here are the technical specifications for the project. For Lot 1 Item 1, 221,319 pieces of CEF number 3, poster indicating precinct number, A, craft paper, B, minimum of 150 grams per square meter, C, one-side printing, minimum E, packaging, 500 pieces per bundle. Item 2, 1,968,606 pieces of CEF number 5 and 5A. Appointment of Chairman, Poll Clerk, members of BET. A, newsprint. B, minimum of 48 grams per square meter. C, one-side printing, black ink. D, size, legal, 260 millimeters by 330 millimeters, plus or minus 2 millimeters in both directions.
So if you have questions for Lot 1.
Question?
No questions po for Lot 1 consisting of poster and appointment of chairman, poll clerks. If none, we will proceed with Lot 2.
For Lot 2-7,928,865 pieces of CEF number 12- paper seals. A, uncoated self-adhesive paper. B, one-side printing. C, minimum size, 2 inches by 4 inches. D, with the following security features. I, thermochromic ink. 2, visible security fibers, thermally fused hologram strip with customized Comelec marking. 3, thermally fused hologram is 9 millimeters. E, the required range of temperature for the thermochromic ink is 35 degrees Celsius and reversible ink. Visible paper seal should be uncoated. Wood-free paper and any brown paper backing liner, but not white, should be acrylic hot melt adhesive. F, the paper seal should have an assigned 7-digit serial number starting from 0, 000001 to 7928865. Thermally fused hologram should be end-to-end from top to bottom of the paper seal. G, thermochromic ink should be used on the logo only. The diameter of the Comelec logo shall be 38 to 40 millimeters.
Question? Question, query?
Yes, ma'am, kindly use the microphone. State your name po and the company that you are representing.
Morning po. I'm Shirley Junisho from Tapes Printing Corporation. Regarding po dun sa SLCC, ang nakalagay po natin dito is printing supply or delivery of forms or other printed paper materials. Tapos natin po, for all similar contract must be completed within 7 years. Can we request po yung sa lot 2 for paper seal with security pictures po? Kasi hindi naman po lahat ng printer nakakapag-print din po with security. Unlike po din sa iba. Or lot 2 lang naman po. Kung pwedeng idagdag po yung with security pictures po dun sa SLCC. Para po ma-check po din natin kung may capability rin po sila talagang mag-print. Ano pa pa? Regarding naman po dun sa request, meron po kasi tayong lagay na site visit with that visit po. Can we request din po na if ever po yung sa LCB kung mag-plant visit po,
Sana po mapakita nila na yun po yung piniprint. Hindi yung papakita lang po nila yung machine. Yung process po, para makita po nila kung doon po talaga ipiprint doon sa mismong printer na yun. And sa third po, last time po kasi, yung LCB po, nag-request po kasi ng DOST certificate. Dito po kasi walang nakalagay. Can we request din po na magkaroon tayo ng DOST certificate para ma-check po na lahat po yan matitest. NLP po natin meron. Ito po kasi walang nakalagay.
Last time yung POST mo, yung time problem.
Yes po. Lahat po yan, ma'am. Yung thermochramic, yung visible fiber, lahat po, tinest po nila. During nagtitest, mayroong testing po sa inyo, nagbigay po kami ng certificate.
So, do you have any quick response from the end user? Ano yung end user mo na?
We refer to the answer. Experts po ng mga TWG natin.
Yung sa visual security, this one, sa LCC.
Sir, it's
Support. There's a pending request from the prospective bidder about coming up visual security to SLC. About yung printing site, yung visit.
the TWG can conduct your research here if it will be required.
So the members at the back will come up with the bid bulletins incorporating or answering all these questions for your guidance about the prospective bidders. Any other question coming from the other bidders?
Sir, we just have a concern on the OST certification kasi there was a time na may mga testing yata na hindi din nakakaya ng DOST. So we will refer din po kung kaya nilang ibigay yung certification na doon, sir.
Yes, the BAC will issue a bid bulletin covering that subject matter. Any other question? From other bidders? From other members of the bank? Wala? Yes. Okay, so we can proceed to the next.
Yes, Chair, thank you. We will proceed with lot number 3.
For lot number 3, item 1-236-393 sets of CEF number 28 BGY, 15 BGY, 16 BGY-A, 16 BGY-B, 16 BGY-C, 16 BGY-D. Envelopes for barangay official ballots, counted official ballots, excess, marked, spoiled, torn half of unused. Official ballots, other half of torn unused official ballots for barangay elections. A. Craft documentary envelopes. B. Dimension 254 millimeters by 381 millimeters, plus or minus 2 millimeters. C. Thickness minimum of 0.22 millimeters. D. Weight minimum of 150 grams per square meter. E. Printing, back-to-back printing, black ink. F. Gummed flap. G. 1 set of 7 pieces. H. Packaging 500 sets per bundle. Item 2-221,235 sets of CEF number 28 SK, 15 SK, 16 SK, 16 SKA, 16 SKB, 16 SKC, 16 SKD. Envelopes for SK, official ballots, counted official ballots, excess, marked, spoiled, torn half of unused. Official ballots, other half of torn unused official ballots for SK elections. A. Craft documentary envelopes. B. Dimension 254 millimeters by 381 millimeters, plus or minus 2 millimeters. C. Thickness minimum of 0.22 millimeters. D. Weight minimum of 150 grams per square meter. E. Printing, back-to-back printing, black ink. F. Gummed flap. G. 1 set of 7 pieces. H. Packaging 500 sets per bundle.
Questions po regarding this one? Lot number 3, envelopes for official ballots. Okay, if none, we will proceed with lot number 4.
For lot 4, item number 1-2-2-1319 sets of CEF number 18 and 18 CA-envelopes for minutes of voting and counting of votes, a craft. B. Basis weight 150 grams plus or minus 3%. C. Minimum thickness 0.22 millimeters. D. Gummed flap. E. Back-to-back printing, black ink. F. Size width 105 millimeters by length 241 millimeters, plus or minus 2 millimeters in either direction. G. 1 set of 2 pieces. Up. Packaging 500 sets per bundle. Item number 2, 221,319 sets of CEF number 19 and 19A. Envelopes for key of ballot box. A. Craft paper. B. Dimension 92 millimeters by 165 millimeters, plus or minus 2 inches in either direction. C. Weight minimum of 120 grams per square meter. D. Printing, back-to-back printing, black ink. E. Gummed flap. F. Packaging 500 pieces per bundle.
Okay po, questions po on lot 4. Okay, Chair, no questions regarding lot 4. And finally, we will be presenting the technical specifications for lot number 5.
For lot 5, item number 1-2-2-1-3, 19 sets of CEF number 17 H-BGY to 17 K-BGY. Envelope for election return for barangay elections. A. Craft documentary envelope. B. Dimension 228.6 millimeters by 304.8 millimeters plus or minus 2 millimeters. C. Thickness minimum of 0.22 millimeters. D. Weight minimum of 150 grams per square meter. E. Printing back-to-back printing, black ink. F. 7-digit serial number starting from 00000001 to 02211319. G. Gummed flap. A. 1 set of 4 pieces. EI packaging. 500 sets per bundle. Item number 2-2, 1, 2, 3, 5 sets of CEF number 17 HSK to 17 JSK. Envelope for election return for SK elections. A. Craft documentary envelope. B. Dimension 228.6 millimeters by 304.8 millimeters plus or minus 2 millimeters. C. Thickness minimum of 0.22 millimeters. D. Weight minimum of 150 grams per square meter. E. Printing back-to-back printing, black ink. F. 7-digit serial number starting from 00000001 to 02211235. In G. Gummed flap. H. 1 set of 3 pieces. I. Packaging 500 sets per bundle. Item number 3-45,000 sets of CEF number 17L. Envelope for canvassed election returns. A. Craft documentary envelope. B. Dimension 228.6 millimeters by 304.8 millimeters plus or minus 2 millimeters. C. Thickness minimum of 0.22 millimeters. D. Weight minimum of 150 grams per square meter. C. Printing back-to-back printing, black ink. F. 6-digit serial number starting from 00001 to 045000. G. Gummed flap. H. Packaging 500 pieces per bundle.
Meanwhile, the schedule of requirements for the project shall be as follows. For lots 1, 3, 4, and 5, the delivery period shall be within 30 calendar days from the receipt of notice to proceed. Meanwhile, for lot 2, the delivery period shall be within 45 calendar days from the receipt of notice to proceed. For all lots, the delivery site shall be at the COMELEC designated warehouse.
Question. Okay sa yung delivery. 30 days, 45 days. Lahat, walang problema sa mga prospective bidders. Walang problema sa mga prospective bidders.
Good morning po. I'm from SBM from New York. Sir, babalikan ko lang po yung lot 3. Okay. Envelopes. Yung envelopes. Envelope for barangay official ballots, counted official ballots. Excess, ganyan. Mali po yung computation. 221 cents. 235 cents times 108. Parang mali po yung computation. Parang dapat 43,468.608.80.
Again, ma'am, alin po ang mali? Yung quantity?
Yung pong computation.
Yung ating total ABC? Okay. We will refer that to our end user.
I-resume you. We will check. Okay. Tapos, yung pong percent nyo, walang nakalagay kung ilang pieces per set. Yung iba po, yung sa lot 3 din, yung same item na yun. Lot 3? Opo, lot 3, wala eh. Saka yung Hindi po dito sa lot 3 po. Yung 221 nakalagay lang sets, wala nakalagay kung ilang pieces.
Ma'am, are you referring to the 221,255 sets?
Yes, ma'am. Sets lang eh, wala nakalagay sa baba. Ilang pieces per set.
Okay po. Again, sa end user po ito.
Same nung yung nauna niya. Hindi po yan. Ito po tayo sa envelope. Lot 3. Envelope lot 3. Yan po, next.
One set of 7 pieces. Yan po. Item 2, one set of 7 pieces.
Ano po siya? 7 pieces per set and we need 231,000. Po, parang 231,000 times 7. Yun po yung number of pieces.
Kasi dito sa nyo, walang nakalagay. But sa Islam namin. Sa pinagsakan nyo kanina.
Okay.
Project brief.
Summary na po yun.
Sa project.
Summary po ma'am yung dito sa project brief.
Anyway, nasa bid docs siya, ma'am. You can always check yung bid documents po.
Pero yung computation.
Yes po, yun po yung per set po, 7 pieces. And we need 221,000 sets po. So kung pieces, 221,000 multiplied by 7, that's the total number of pieces.
Okay. Kasi wala mo dun sa...
Yes, ma'am. We apologize po, but please check po yung ating documents.
Thank you po.
Any other question? Clarification? Members ng back, meron. Can you check that?
So we are through with the open forum and I will turn over the microphone to Attorney Ben for announcements. Thank you, Chair.
Here are some important reminders. The bidding documents may be downloaded free from the COMELEC website. It may also be secured from the SBAC Secretariat Office. Bidders should pay the applicable fee prior to submission of their bids. Fees may be paid in any of the following. 1. Here are some important reminders. The bidding documents may be downloaded free from the COMELEC website. It may also be secured from the SBAC Secretariat Office. Bidders should pay the applicable fee prior to submission of their bids. Fees may be paid in any of the following. 1. In person at the COMELEC Cash Division upon securing order of payment from the SBAC Secretariat. Or 2. Online through fund transfer. Or 3. Bank deposit to COMELEC's Land Bank of the Philippines account at any LBP branch. Our depository account is Peso Current Account number 0012-104286. And don't forget to please email a copy of the transaction or deposit slip to the official email address of the SBAC. Additionally, please be reminded of the following. 1. Ensure that all forms are completely filled out and those that require signature are signed by the authorized representative of the bidder. 2. Countercheck pages of the documents. Incomplete pages shall be marked as failed for the specific requirement and thus renders the bidder ineligible. 3. Read carefully the contents of the bidding documents, such as but not limited to the instructions to bidders, bid data sheet, general and special conditions of the contract, schedule of requirements, technical specifications, and terms of reference. Carefully examine the bidding documents as well as the bid bulletins. 4. And more importantly, late bids shall not be accepted. Finally, requests for clarifications must be in writing and addressed to the chairperson of the Special Bids and Awards Committee through the SBAC Secretariat Office located at 305A, 3rd floor Annex Building, Fahey Building, Soriano Avenue, Intramuros, Manila, or it can also be sent to the official email address of the SBAC. Stay tuned for announcements and notices on our next SBAC activities. Thank you for your participation in today's meeting, and we wish you the best in your bids. Have a good day. Here are some important.
Okay, Chair, that concludes today's pre-bid conference for the 3 projects.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. We expect na sana you participate until the end in submission of bids on June 30. Thank you very much. You may be excused because we'll be having our procurement conference for that. Thank you very much.
Please get your food from our secretary.
Yes, okay.
With your permission, Chair, we will proceed with our pre-procurement conference.
Do you intend to start agad or?